We just published a white paper called Sovereign Infra for Global Nations, and we basically wrap it like the blockchain, the attestations, and token distribution into one white paper and explained to governments why this is helpful to you and why you don't really need to worry too much about adopting blockchain, and it's gonna change a lot of system and will
Well, joining me and taking time out of a very busy event schedule, we have Xin, the CEO of Sign. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's such a pleasure to catch up. Really appreciate you taking the time. 2025 has been a fantastic year for Sign, a lot of upcoming developments. Can you break down for our users a little bit about what you've been working on and what you're talking about during this week?
Yeah, so this week we're mostly updating people about our new updates. We have a week ago we just published a new white paper addressing basically telling people basically we'll start to wrapping up our previous technology and start to push blockchain adoption at the government level. So we just published a white paper called Sovereign Infra for Global Nations, and we basically wrap it the blockchain, the attestations, and the token distribution into one white paper and explained to governments why this is helpful to you and why you don't really need to worry too much about adopting blockchain, and that's gonna change a lot of system and will help you country or all these assets from your country have better liquidity.
And this sounds really fascinating because a lot of the conversations that we've been having on the stages over the last few days have been about kind of institutions and corporates coming into crypto. But on a government level, I think this is something that is fascinating to see in kind of implementations. Can you break down a little bit more about some of the kind of the key metrics from the white paper and what you guys are looking as an outlook?
Yeah, so basically the general idea, right? So for the past years, I think especially corporates, especially US-based corporates, they are aggressively adopting crypto, buying Bitcoin. Yeah. And but fairly we've seen we're a builders or a crypto startup in this space for many years. You've seen the penetration of the crypto adoption to normal users actually still very low because we failed to build a lot of use cases. And now we're addressing the most important problem is crypto native circle and the sovereign nations by its nature are two different systems.
Yeah.
Right. One want to have everything at a flat architecture. The other one want control. They want to have hierarchical stuff. So but 99% of people live in the hierarchical structure, right? So they need, in order to make this world really works, make the society really function. So it would need a hierarchical structure. So we're addressing how to basically merge these two systems, right? So how to implement. We see blockchain as a technology. How can this technology really benefit people the existing governance structure we already have? So we're basically talking about mostly everything centering asset issuance because we have a lot of coins in the crypto scene, but in the real world, the most common coin is fiat.
Yeah.
Every government launched their own coins, and they might also learn from the US want to tokenize their coin, which is their stable coin, right? I can definitely see a future where everybody have using stable coin, but not everybody gonna use US dollar stable coin. Yeah. Right? All of the other countries are sovereign nations. They want to launch their own coins and promote their coins as well. So we're going to help them tokenize their coins and build a blockchain because they might not want to pay gas fee to ETH or so. Mm-hmm. They want their own chain because their own user, their own use cases. Yeah. And also need the ID system to understand who's using assets. So we build them more for them. And in the future, you think about if we have this infrastructure layer set up, we want to build a welfare distribution, we want to build a voting system, it will be so easy.
Yes.
And that's opportunity we're seeing here. I think the whole industry going to be aggressively changing in the next couple of years.
And you've mentioned just how quickly that this aggressive change could take place in a positive way and just really impact not only kind of government infrastructure, but also for citizens. You've mentioned governance there, stable coins, collateral, instant settlement. So there'll be huge benefits that come from this. Yes. As someone watching this and thinking this sounds like an enormous implementation. You know, this is government level. This is probably the largest implementation at scale. What timeframes would you assume for a use case, if you have any now that you could share with us, or any kind of expectations for rolling out, and how the conversations are going at the moment?
I would say within 5 years, because for this new administration from the United States, so they're pushing US like stablecoin or crypto in general very fast.
Yeah.
And basically set up the standard for all the other countries, and they will soon, firstly, they want to learn from US, and secondly, they're in competition in US in a sense,
Yeah.
right? Because if they don't tokenizing their fiat, all of the citizens from that country are gonna start to use USDT, which is actually very dangerous to the other countries. So they will also think of like doing things. So it's soon like we're gonna see a competition if different countries start to take lead in blockchain adoption in their own region. And everything moves actually very, very fast. I think within 5 years, we're going to see many, many stable coins, and there will be an on-chain forex, FX, and there will be a new system set up. We don't really need a lot of banks, Swift. It's not like it's not built a blockchain version of Swift, and there's not going to have a Swift. So it's just everything on-chain, and this will be a liquid layer. So a lot of things will have a massive upgradation.
Yeah. And are there any regions that you would be able to identify as doing this right? Because I think it comes with a cooperation from governments, from a regulatory perspective as well. You've mentioned the US and Genius Act has been a huge instrumental part of driving these conversations forward. Are there any regions that are really driving the force at the moment?
So yes, we basically we're strategically like talking to countries who are the technical leader or they're friendly to crypto in that region. Like say in East Asia, we have a lot of conversation with Korea, and we're partnering with two COSAC listed company from Korea, and we're building surrounding the peripherals for the Korea stablecoins. And in Thailand, we also have a deeper conversation, and we have 2 pilot projects going on. That's for ASEAN, like Association with Southeast Asia Nations.
Yeah.
And in Caribbean islands, we talk to Barbados. We might have some pilot projects going on.
Okay.
So,
fantastic. We had a panel discussion yesterday with Mike Higgins from Hidden Road, and he was mentioning that actually, for example, payroll is such an outdated system that people get paid once a month, and actually to get paid almost on the hour using stablecoins for instant settlements, which is really democratized and revolutionized. For people that are watching at home, kind of Binance users that are sitting, listening, thinking this looks like such a game changer for governments and this kind of decentralized sovereign infrastructure that you are working on, what do you think would be the biggest or the most positive surprise that will come from implementations like this for them as a user?
So the vision is very simple. So if blockchain the multi-stable coin system is set up, is working, you'll be able to go to any country and pay anywhere. So just like I think Binance Pay also have this vision. Like I see they're promoting in Bhutan and the other. So right now there's the real world payment system is so fragile, or like so not like completed. Like so you go to Korea, but most of the stores or taxi drivers don't accept Visa. But if we success, like you can pay with your crypto and in like all the different asset format as you like to hold, and pay everything. So that's as simple as that.
Fantastic. And we'll also be having you as a speaker for Binance Blockchain Week as well, which is in December. And you've mentioned Abu Dhabi as one of the kind of front runners with really incorporating digital assets. What kind of trends and narratives do you think should be shaping the conversations at Binance Blockchain Week?
So we're going to talk a lot of things we're doing with Abu Dhabi. Actually, Abu Dhabi is a highly digitized like a government. They have a TAMM, so which is a smart government like application. So basically, you can do all the process or access to all the public stuff, public services through the app. And they're gonna have, like Abu Dhabi already have 4 stable coins. And so we're gonna have a lot of integration of the stable coins with public services, and also we're gonna move some ID part on chain. So probably I don't know, but probably they're also gonna launch a national chain. So it's all possible. So we'll see like what's happening in the coming months.
Such an exciting time. Thank you so much for your time, Xin, and we'll see you in December. Thank you.
Thank you.